Hi, everybody. Welcome. This Moment in Music. It's episode 8, and I'm so glad you're here. Thank you. My guest today is Inbar Heyman. She's a multi-instrumentalist and a percussionist from Jerusalem. Imagine that. I'm so glad to have her here, and I'm so glad that you're here. I'm running just a couple minutes late for the show. I'll be there in just a second. But while I'm running the pre-show music, say hello in the comments. Let's get a little bit of energy going. I need your support. Remember, like, subscribe, do all those things. Let's have a great show. Let's get this thing started. All right. Yeah. You guys came back. You guys all came back. Thank you so much. Savannah, U.S. Grant, all my regulars, 2B, Caroline Cook. I think this is the second time I've seen you here. Thank you. Thank you. I'm trying to really just get into this whole relaxing thing. It's called a laid back musical exploration of the creative process. So I just want everyone to lay back, relax, enjoy yourselves. Feel free to share with me, communicate with me over the comments. So I got a little story to tell. Instruments have come my way in some very unique ways. Instruments have come my way in some very unique ways. And I want to tell you the story of how banakulas came into my life. But before we do that, I'll share you. Every once in a while, very rarely, I meet someone that plays the banakulas. And I met Inbar Heyman on TikTok, and she is a Tel Aviv Asalato player. Those are other names for banakulas. And here we go. They sound like this. It starts with a shake. And then a throw and bounce. Can you feel it? So here's the story, and I'm going to show you some video footage to share this story with you. It begins like this. You know, ever since I was a kid, I've been particularly interested in musical instruments that I can carry with me wherever I go. So you can imagine my excitement when a friend of mine, drummer Joe from Stowe, came back from West Africa with a pair of these. 2 balls tied together with a string. He told me that children in West Africa walked down the street playing one in each hand, and he called them banakulas. It took me about a week to learn the basic move, but mysteriously, a few weeks later, I lost my banakulas. I said, what am I gonna do? There are no banakula trees in Ohio. So I went to some 5th grade friends of mine and I said, 5th grade friends, I'll offer a $20 prize reward for the best modern design of banakulas. I gave them the Banakula Challenge. Banakula, Banakula. So it's a true story. My friend drummer Joe went to West Africa and brought back this amazing instrument, the banakulas. He said children apparently in West Africa were walking down the street playing one in each hand, and he gave me a pair. And it took me about a week to learn the basic rhythm, which is this. Throw, bounce, lock. Throw, bounce, lock. Throw, bounce, lock. It's a syncopated African rhythm. And I just knew that this was going to be something important in my life. And by the way, he used the word bonacula. Since then, I've learned that there are many different names for this instrument. For instance, assalato, kashaka, televi. And, well, so the next part of the story goes like this. I lost my bonaculas. It's true. I lost my bonaculas, and I said, what am I going to do? There are no bonacula trees in Ohio. So here's what I did. So I went to some 5th grade friends of mine and I said, 5th grade friends, I'll offer a $20 prize reward for the best modern design of bonaculas. First idea was this, egakula. 2 Christmas tree ornaments filled with jingle bells. 2 wads of masking tape tied together with a pink ribbon. 2 paint cans with nails. Chemistry vials filled with beads. 2 medicine bottles from Walgreens filled with little plastic beads. Well, these are all great ideas, but the winning entry came back several weeks later when young Isaac Miller from Cleveland Heights, Ohio, had this idea. Bonacula, bonacula. So it's true. I offered this $20 prize reward to this group of 5th graders, and it was amazing. Their minds began churning. They got excited because of that $20. And week after week, people came up with these ideas. My favorite was my daughter, who had this idea of 2 wads of masking tape tied together with a pink ribbon. I still have those. In fact, our guest today, Inbar, has created her own pair of assalato, and I can't wait for us to see those. Anyway, the final part of the story, the winning entry. The winning entry is the next part. Here we go. But the winning entry was young Isaac Miller from Cleveland Heights, Ohio. He surrounded a ping pong ball with this amazing stuff called polymer clay. I paid Isaac Miller his $20 and I ran with the idea. I've been perfecting the recipe and I've made thousands of pairs of bonaculas with students all over Ohio. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I present to you the modern day version of a traditional West African musical instrument, the bonacula. Ping pong balls surrounded with colorful polymer clay filled with steel shot. Bonacula, bonacula, bonacula. And that's the story of bonacula. Yes, that's a true story. So here we have a modern day version of bonaculas. I take a colorful polymer clay and surround them with ping pong balls. I surround ping pong balls with polymer clay. They sound pretty good. The trouble is when they warm up in the heat, they get soft and they don't sound as good. So it's good to put them in the refrigerator because that clay hardens up real nicely. Well, everyone, we're going to move on. It's almost time for our special guest. She's got a whole bunch of unique instruments to share with us. And but before that, I want to share part of this show the show is about the creative process. And I want to share the creative process of the show with you. So last night, my friend Kim and I came up with a mission statement and a vision. Yeah, boy. Look at this. The vision to explore the creative process within... Here, I'll start again. The vision of this show, This Moment in Music. By the way, I'm at that website. It's called thismomentinmusic.com. By the way, I love that title, This Moment in Music. It sounds like something that could be on NPR or could be, who knows? It's just a great title. I'm not sure who came up with it. But the vision is to explore the creative process within myself and fellow musicians through music, conversation, and storytelling. And the mission is to create a regularly occurring live show that spotlights the creativity of musicians from around the globe, while weaving my own creativity and musical endeavors throughout each program. to provide a listening audience for musicians and to explore the process behind the music making by asking thought-provoking questions and inviting guests to share honestly their experience, to reach and connect with a wide and diverse audience. So everyone, that's the vision and the mission statement of this show. It's just draft number 1 that Kim and I came up with last night, and I thought I'd share that with you. So let's see. Hey, Carol's back. Yay. Carol is smiling big time. And I'm so glad that Patty is, the whole family is back. Tube, U.S. Grant, Patty. Oh, Tube lost some instruments, apparently. I'm sorry to hear that. Tube lost some instruments. They just vanished and never came back. Man, that's rough. Anyway, I'd like to introduce you all to Inbar Heyman, a multi-instrumentalist. But Inbar, I'm going to first play this quick video of you just to introduce you. Okay. Here we go. Oh, wait. You know what? We were just unmuted. We were muted there for about a whole minute. Okay. Hey,
can you hear me?
Now we hear you and they hear me. Sorry about that, everybody.
Right.
So I just asked Inbar, I said, tell us a little bit about how you approach music. And she was thinking, and then she started answering.
So music has been, my love and my passion and since ever. But it's always been a very private thing for some reason. So I have this dream of being a musician and playing in front of audiences and sharing music. But there's another part of me which just, music is a very private thing. And I play with headphones and I play when no one's around and I go on walks to play. So I have this struggle of I want to play in front of people and it's an amazing feeling. But I also just want to play when I'm alone at my house, and it's a battle.
So would you play some for us since you have this audience now? Would you come out of...
Yeah, should I start with the best instrument in the world?
Yeah, go for that. Tell us what is that?
Yeah. So I know this as kashkash.
Kashkash, all right.
Or kaskas.
Uh-huh.
Or 20 other names, as you mentioned. And I came across this in a music shop in Tel Aviv, and I've just been playing for I think 6 years now, and learning from YouTube mostly. I've been to West Africa. I went.
Yeah, you told that story how you went to Ghana with a plan to learn this.
I went to Ghana hoping to learn it because it's from there, and and a lot of people would see me play. I would walk and play and say, "Oh, give me that," and then they would play. But for them, it's an accompaniment to singing. Mm-hmm. So they would play like that, which I already knew how to do.
Yeah, right.
I didn't find any masters.
Huh.
And a few years later, I went to Senegal where they also have this, and I bought an endless. A lifetime supply because they break.
Uh-huh. A lifetime supply of the instrument or of the balls?
Yeah.
Oh,
of the
cool.
Instrument.
What's a lifetime supply? Like 100 of them?
No, no.
20 of them?
Maybe like 20, more than 20 pairs.
Uh-huh.
So almost 50 of these.
And how much were they in Senegal when you were there, or Ghana, wherever?
The price of it?
Yeah, what was the price?
very cheap, but I don't remember exactly, but you know, something like a dollar, I think.
Right.
Something like that. Um, and I've just been, you know, because I connect with it and I can go on walks and practice because I have I'm a little bit of restless. So I never became a professional drummer because it requires sitting on your ass, on your butt, sitting on your butt. And these, wherever I walk, I just practice. So, and I like to learn from the Japanese masters on YouTube. The Japanese have taken this to a whole other level, and they do juggling and they play really fast.
Yeah, yeah. Keep going with that. Let's hear a little bit of that.
Style is this.
Right. That's how I play it, yeah.
Yeah. And the Japanese are like
nice.
this kind of thing. And they do
Yeah, nice.
I'm not too comfortable with the flips yet.
That's great. So
this is a Japanese, what they call asalato. It's made of plastic and hemp.
How do those sound?
Those sound.
Yeah. So I heard you've recently made a pair of your own.
I did. I just, I found a 3D model online. And, you know, I got a free lesson from the best asalato player in the world.
Oh, yeah? Who's that?
Yeah. His name is Panman, or Panman. Look him up. He's the best in the world. And also so nice. And he offered free lessons for 6 people. Whoever signed up, or 9 people.
And you got to be one.
I got to be one of them. I got up at 6 in the morning for it. And so he told me that he has a kind that was printed and that never breaks. So I had to try. So I just printed 2 of these because each ball took 3 hours.
What do you mean print? Do you have a 3D printer or something?
No. I found someone.
Wow.
Yeah, a friend of a friend who has one at home. And he said it took 3 hours for just one, so 6 hours.
So
for
someone
this.
shared the design with you, and then you shared it with your friend, and he was able to print this ball.
No, the design, I just looked it up on Google, and someone posted it there.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So let's hear those. Yeah. I would love to get a lesson from you in some of that wild stuff. I've really pretty much been stuck. Talking about the creative process, I've been a little bit stuck with my Bonacula playing for years now. I play the same thing.
I would love to pass on the free lesson.
Yeah. All right. So what's another instrument that you play? You know, Inbar and I share the love of unique pocket-sized instruments, and she's got a handful of them. And then, so show us one of the other ones.
This is one I really like.
Spoons.
And all of you have it at home. It's just teaspoons. And this is also, it's the most accessible instrument that I know. And it's also one of the easiest things to learn. You just have to figure out how to hold it so that there's a space in between. And then,
wait, do you need special spoons, or can I just go get some spoons in the kitchen?
Go get some spoons.
All right, I'll be right back. Show everybody your spoons.
Okay. Okay, that was teaspoons, and I want to show you the slightly more advanced is the cooking spoons. And they have a better sound. They have a much louder sound, but they're harder to play.
Ooh, those are nice. Those sound great. Well, keep going on those. I was loving that.
Those are, yeah, these sound really good.
That is great. I love it.
Yeah.
Hey, someone just asked a question. They said, "Do you have a YouTube channel? Where can people find you on YouTube?"
Yeah, so look up my name. It's Inbar Heyman on YouTube, and I'm on Instagram and Facebook. It's Inbar Heyman Music
Yeah,
on
nice.
Instagram. And I'm on TikTok. That's where we met. But I'm probably gonna leave TikTok. So
No,
don't
don't leave. Don't go. Patty, convince her to stay. We're trying to get Inbar some attention on TikTok.
Yeah,
It's so hard to be a musician on TikTok,
it is.
but we want to support you, Inbar. So don't go
Yeah.
yet. So here's my spoons.
You got spoons. Did people at home get spoons?
Did anybody
do
go
it.
get spoons? I'm afraid I didn't get the right kind of spoons, but
Okay, so take just one and you hold it between your thumb and your first finger, and it should touch the back of your hand,
uh-huh.
and it's facing up.
Okay.
So that's facing, yeah, great. And the second one is gonna face down, and it's gonna be between the next two fingers. And it's facing down, and it also needs to reach the back of your hand. And now is the challenging part. So this looks perfect because you have a space.
Mm-hmm.
You have a space. That's the challenging part, is to hold them right. And now hit it on your leg and see if it makes a sound.
Not really.
Yeah, it's making.
Or sort of.
It is, yeah.
Okay.
And now you take your other hand and put it on top, so that when you hit down, it makes a sound, and when you hit up, it makes a sound. Yeah.
So you play. Don't listen to me. You play, and we'll jam together.
Okay.
I'll be a little bit behind you, but people will hear it like we're together.
Okay.
Hey, we did. That was nice. That was quite nice.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, what else you got there, Inbar?
I love playing the water bottle. It's
Nice.
also something you probably all have at home. And I play it sometimes with the stick, but you can also play it with your hands. And it's nice. It's filled up maybe up to here, roughly. And
That's cool.
that's the video you collaborated with, right?
Yep.
Where I'm playing the water bottle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sweet. So when do you feel most in the flow as yourself as a musician? Like what circumstances or when do you really feel that creative flow happening?
I thought about this one because I watched your show on Wednesday.
Uh-huh.
And this isn't true always, but it's often I get up, I eat breakfast, I drink coffee, and I read just maybe 10 minutes in a book. And then like the coffee in the morning and I'm on.
Do you go outside? Is there like a courtyard you sit in, or are you in a
Sometimes.
closet, or
I have a backyard, or I'm in my living room.
And the other question I like to ask is, well, a couple of questions. The first one comes to mind is what do you find most, or no, here's what I want to ask. What would you suggest to someone who wants to get into music, who thinks or wants to be more creative? You seem like a very creative person. You come up with all these unique ways of doing it.
Yeah.
How do you do it? Like, tell me how. How can I do it?
So one thing is you just need to find something you like, that you connect with and you want to play.
Yeah.
Because for me, when I remember in high school, I tried to study the violin because I thought it was such an amazing instrument, and it hurt my neck too much, and it just didn't, I didn't want to play, so I didn't get anywhere. or the electric bass, which I still dream of being a bassist, but it just didn't. And then I got a ukulele and I just enjoyed it. And so I wanted to play. So you need, you find that thing you like, and that's one thing. And I listened to the show on Wednesday. What was the guy's name? The musician?
Rewild Your Soul. He might be with us still.
Oh. So one thing you guys said, I think it was him, playing with different, just changing something up. I think he said turning the handpan around.
Yeah, he turned the handpan to a different position.
And I really connected with that, because for me, I like to change the tuning on the ukulele. Just play with it, like turn a string half down, or turn 2 strings, or just until something kind of inspiration strikes me. And also what you said about limiting yourself, I really connect with, because when I limit myself, when I thought about recording an album, the options are limitless. Like, let's bring cello and let's bring all these percussionists.
Right.
And,
yeah,
and
right.
I set up this limitation where I was going to be the only musician. So now I'm limited to accordion, ukulele, and the
Water
drums
bottle,
I have.
Yeah.
And my voice.
Nice.
And that helped me to create and to blossom with that.
Well, Inbar, I'm really interested in this conversation. Unfortunately, we are officially out of time, but it was so nice to talk with you and to hear your perspective. Yeah. And maybe once things going, we'll have you back. And once you blow up on TikTok, I'll come back and we'll say, I knew her when.
Oh yeah. It's so nice to meet you, and thanks for everyone watching.
Hey, by the way, what's the secret with Instagram? I'm really a latecomer to Instagram, and I've just started trying to get people to follow. What is the secret to? How many do you have? A bunch of followers on Instagram?
No, I don't know if a bunch. I have
a nice handful.
I don't know how many. 500 something, yeah, right. 600. I don't know, but you have to tag things. So hashtag.
Oh yeah,
hashtag.
I hate thinking of those.
And the secret is to find, so there's Instagram pages that repost things.
Ah, right. Yeah, you
like
gotta get.
And it's, and then you can get thousands of views and.
Okay.
But it's a cool way to connect with other musicians.
This has really been a cool way to connect with you. Thanks so much. And by the way, everyone, on Monday, come back on Monday, because Naomi Summers. Naomi Summers is going to be here. She's a songwriter. And listen to this song of hers. It's called Two Sparrows. And I put together this little photo video of her. Thanks, Inbar. Stick around. I'll talk to you after the show.
Okay.
Feet are made for walking on the ground, not in the sky. I think that there are much more natural ways of getting high. Sitting on a porch swing sounds like summertime. If we had a porch swing, would it be a crime to sit until the sun fell like a golden bell? It chimes, looking like the good life that is my pantomime. You, my red and rosy, comfort me. Your rhubarb apple pie. Two sparrows standing on the same wire, waiting for the other to fly.
Well, this is going to be great. Thanks so much, Inbar Heyman, for being here. Everyone, go check her out on TikTok. Go give her a few extra likes and a few shares. And also spread the word about this show, This Moment in Music with Hal Walker. It's a laid back. I want you to memorize this phrase and say it with me. It's a laid back musical exploration of the creative process. Who knows what that means? But we're giving it a try. We're going for it. We just pushed play, and we're going for it. So thank you all so much for being here. I'm going to close with one of our favorite songs. Feel free to sing along. It goes like this. You've got a light inside you. Go on your way in peace. So shine that light, the light inside you. Go on your way in peace. The world is waiting in the hope of another day. She will carry you safely through the stumbles and the falls on your way. Just remember that I'm loving you and you're loving me. So as you go, won't you go on your way now in peace? Yes, as you go, won't you go on your way now in peace? Everybody enjoy the spring day. It's raining today in Ohio, but that's okay. I'm going to go outside for my walk anyways. Thank you. Come again on Monday. A whole week more. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Check out the website, thismomentinmusic.com. Thank you so much for joining us. Thanks to all the regulars, Carol, Tube, Savannah, U.S. Grant, Caroline, Patty. This is excellent. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.